Hello everybody and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn and in this video we have another practice speaking test. So let's check it out. So, good evening. My name is Glyn. Would you please tell me your full name?
Well, my full name is An, but you could just call me Anh for short.
Thank you, Anh. Now, in this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Vietnam, which is an Asian country.
And which town are you from, or which city?
So I actually live in Quy Nhon City, which is a small coastal coastal city located in the middle of Vietnam. This city is quite bustling, to be honest.
And what do you like most about this city?
Well, the thing I like most about the city is its beautiful beach, and I usually go to the beach and enjoy the scenery by myself every afternoon.
And is there anything that you don't like about the city?
Well, I don't think that I have any problem about the city, but one thing is that there it lacks of most of transportation, there's just like taxi, there's a limited like amount of bus stations. Yeah.
And what do people do for fun in your city?
Well, they would just go to the beach like me and more and in the afternoon, they usually go to the beach and play certain types of sports, like they could play badminton or football, or they could just like lay on there and take a sun bath, or they could build some sand castles.
Let's move on now and talk about friends. Do you have a lot of friends?
Well, I have quite a lot of friends.
And what do you like doing with your friends?
Well, as a student, I mostly enjoy playing video game with them. I also have a group of friends who just like play these certain types of games. So I have the group of friends who play Minecraft, a group of friends who play Valorant, yeah, some sort of that.
And do you like chatting to these friends online?
Yes, I actually chat with them a lot online.
And do you still keep in touch with the people you went to school with?
Yes, I have a lot of friends who have the same interest as me in school, so I usually keep in touch with them occasionally.
Let's talk about photography now. How often do you take photos?
So I do not like taking photos that much, but I think that I often take pictures like 2 or 3 times a week.
And do you think you are good at taking photos?
Well, I don't think that I am a professional at taking photo. I just mainly like, when I came across a beautiful scenery, I just stop there and just using my phone to take a picture of it. And I just like, do not put that much effort into editing and taking the photo.
And do you post any photos of yourself online?
No, I actually don't. And I just usually keep them in my library.
Okay, thank you. Now, in this next part of the test, I'm going to give you a topic, and I would like you to speak about this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. But before that, you will have 1 minute to prepare for your talk, and you may take notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Okay.
I will now share the topic on my screen. Can you see the topic?
Okay, I can see it clearly.
Great. I'd like you to describe a person who has inspired you. Your 1 minute of preparation time starts now. Okay, so that's the end of your preparation time. To remind you, you will have between 1 and 2 minutes to give your talk, and I will let you know when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay. So the person that I would like to talk about is my mom. So she has been my biggest inspiration ever. So I have known my mother since birth. Yeah, that is obvious. So my mom is a kind of person who is very hardworking and heartwarming. So she usually like help other people who are in need. For example, if she saw if she see a person that is just laying down on the street, she will give them some money for them to buy some food or afford a for some accommodation. Yeah, and she is, as I've mentioned before, she is also a hardworking person. So she always finish her jobs as soon as possible, and she just never tell her boss to do anything. And so I really want to become a heartwarming and kind person at her in the future. And I think that with her as my biggest inspiration, I think that would be possible in the future if I just follow her path and some kind of that. And she is the kind of person that I would always listen to her advices. And yeah, her advices have been like very useful every time. So yeah, that is the person that has inspired me the most that I would like to talk about.
Okay, thank you. And does your mum know that she is such a big inspiration for you?
I don't think she knows that she is a big inspiration for me because I just like do not talk about it for to her.
Okay. So, you've been speaking about a person who's inspired you. Now I'd like to talk about role models. What kind of people make good role models?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that well.
Mhm. So, I'm going to ask you about role models. What kind of people are good role models?
Can you rephrase it?
Mhm. So, a role
What do you
model
mean?
is somebody that we respect or somebody that we admire in society.
Oh, okay. So like in task two, I've mentioned the role model that inspired me is my mother. So she gave me a lot of advices, and they are always useful.
Mhm. And do people in your country admire celebrities like sports stars or musicians?
So to be honest with you, I do not know the exact answer for that, but I think many people admire some of the celebrities. Like for example, there's a rapper in my country who is doing well, and he's do a lot of charity event, and he also help like many people in it, and people just respect him. Yeah.
Mhm. And do you think we get more inspiration from public figures or from people in our personal lives?
Well, I think that people that in personal life have more impacts on compared to those celebrities, just because you actually know them better, and you know how actually kind they are, and how hardworking they are. So yeah, you just basically know exactly what kind of person they are.
Mhm. Now, apart from people, what other things can inspire people?
Well, this is quite an interesting question. So apart from people, I think that books also inspire people. So from reading a book, you could like learn many lessons. So I've read many books, and many of those have taught me how to become more independent person, and how to more how to become a more successful person in the future, some sort of that.
And what kind of books bring people inspiration?
So I don't think that I have the exact answer for this again. And but if I were to answer, um um the books that inspire people the most is those books like give you many life advices. Yeah.
Hmm. And finally, why do some people not have motivation or inspiration?
Well, I think that the reason for the lack of motivation is mainly because they did not like meet some person who they found to be like motivating for them, inspiring for them. So and they as as like you said earlier, they would just like haven't found any books that suit them to be uh inspirable for them.
Thank you. That is the end of the test. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that speaking test. I do have a lot of requests from people for practice speaking tests at the moment. I will get back to everyone when I get the opportunity, I promise. If you would like a practice speaking test with feedback on your performance, please get in touch. Information is given below. And soon I will make another video responding to this speaking test with feedback, with commentaries and scores. But for now, that's it. Thank you very much and goodbye.